What up? What's happening? So, here's the thing. I'm going to hammer this out real quick. I know I said I would do it in the morning. It's a little bit past lunchtime. Day got away from me. It's cool. So, two things that every service-based business needs to be focusing on 80% of the time. I mean, if you're not focusing on this 80% of the time, you got issues. Think of this. Most of the time, what up, Julie? Most of the time in business, it's like this. We feel like a person walking up the stairs. We feel like a yo-yo, right? In the hands of a person walking up the stairs. Our business is like up, down, up, down, up, down. Bipolar as shit all over the place. Sean, what's going on, buddy? And it's just not fun for anyone, right? It's like, what the heck? It's super frustrating because we go through all these phases where it's like we're going to networking events or whatever the hell it is. And it's like there's just a bunch of people there that just don't jive with us. They don't mix with our business. They don't mix with our practice, whatever the case may be. And then, so we spend all this time prospecting, networking, doing these things. We end up getting a calendar full of meetings, maybe. And then we crash and burn because we're sitting there, we're hammering out all of these meetings, but we're not doing anything to keep the pipeline full. We're not doing anything to bring people into the business, right? So these two things that we need to focus on, it's absolutely critical to the success of any business is acquisition and retention. That's it. Acquisition, retention. And we need to burn that deep into our brains. Acquisition and retention, acquisition and retention. Now that can break down into two parts, right? There's two sides of the coin on this one, depending on the structure of the business. Client acquisition and client retention, Scoville. Client acquisition and client retention is one. Or if you have a team involved, team building, right? So acquisition of teammates and what can you do to keep the team happy? If we're not focusing on those two items, I know, Chris, I knew you'd love this one because this one pertains to what you do too. So if you're not focusing on the acquisition of new clients and the retention of the clients that you already do have, it's very hard to do anything big. It's very hard to be successful, and it's very hard to have a stable and consistent business. That yo-yo going up and down the stairs, there's those peaks and valleys can be few and far between sometimes, right? So if the name of the game is acquisition and retention, and that's it, those peaks and valleys can get evened out super quick, super easy. Now, there's tons of ways to go doing that, but the main thing, y'all know me, you know me well, automation. Get all of that front end stuff automated. So all you're doing is focusing on servicing the people that you do have. So you're not going out there grinding and gunning and just hitting the pavement every single day looking for that fresh blood to bring into your business. It's that simple. Acquisition and retention, acquisition and retention. That's the only thing that we need to be focusing on, and that's the only thing we should be focusing on. If that's not the name of the game, 80% of the time that we're awake, we're in the office, we're hustling and grinding it out, there's problems there. There's tons of people out there that can help with that. It's relatively simple to get started. Ren, what's going on, girl? But it's relatively easy to get started. It's relatively easy to get going on a program that can automate all of that, do all the heavy lifting. So you're focusing on what you do best, and that's working with those clients. But I mean, it's up to you to pull the trigger, and it's up to you to get going on it. So I hope this helps, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Have yourselves a wonderful Friday. Have yourselves a wonderful weekend. Don't forget to spend some time with your family, the ones that you love, and we'll be chatting again soon. Cheers.